Welcome everyone. I'm going to teach you how to paint a landscape today. So let's get started. Let me show you maybe the art supplies I have. All right. I'm hoping it's more than a pencil from you. If you're allowed to go ask for some art supplies, watercolor colored pencils are good for those parents that like you to not get too messy because you just color everything and then you go over them with water after you're all done. You can use crayons, although I would rather you not. You can use twistable colored pencils, but I'm going to be using watercolor and teaching you how to do that. I am going to get the white out of my oil pastels. Now you could be doing this lesson in oil pastels. All right, so I got my white. And again, this would make it a mixed media project. All right, or you could do it in dots. All right, so I have my art supplies. Make sure you get a little bowl. Fill it with some water. You don't need too much. And make sure you have a paintbrush. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try a fan brush. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Miss Kay's PowerPoint. Hopefully this is going to work. Sounds like it's still working. We're still good. All right, so what is a landscape? Say it with me. Make a piece of land more attractive by altering the existing design, adding ornamental features, and planting trees and shrubs. Now that's, I think, in person, like you're literally doing it, but I like that because you're the artist, you decide. If you're following the video that's attached to this PowerPoint and you want something different, then go ahead and find a good picture of something to look off of, friends. Again, you are going to draw land with me. Here are some examples of what you could do, and as well as the agenda. We're going to conquer what is atmospheric perspective, what is a landscape, I just told you, what is a horizon line, what is transparent. Today we will see how to use all of the above to create a landscape. Also on that side note, I am going to show you how to use the white oil pastel, or if you have blue painter's tape, I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to jump right into atmospheric perspective, and the colors, as you can see, what do? Just think to yourself. Okay, they look like they're going from dark to light, right? They are going from intense, darker, or maybe even black. And as you can see this photo, it looks a little maroon. I know it looks a little black. This one goes from yellow to green, so it might be your shades of colors. And here's a dark maroon to a light maroon. All right. And looking over at this one right here, whoops, sorry. Let me get back there. You can see over here on the top right, you can see the snow is white, and then light gray, medium gray, dark gray, and then we've got some trees going on. So feel free to change whatever it is, unless it's too hard for you. But we've got this. If you squint, though, you can still see this is the darkest part of the picture for this one. And it almost looks black, even though the tree on the left side right here, the left side of the tree is light green, and then the right side of the tree is dark green. All right, so that is atmospheric perspective, just when you go light to dark. And I wanted to advance to our good friend Georgia O'Keeffe, who didn't go by the rules. All right, so sometimes the shades are backwards, as seen with Georgia O'Keeffe here, with Georgia O'Keeffe's Mountains below, where it starts out at the bottom in the foreground, light, and then it goes to the dark. Now, the reason why she did that is because she lived in the Black Hills, and so she was able to go visit those, and they were literally black. So that is probably why she chose to say, I'm an artist, I decide. But you can even see the PowerPoint. If you squint, the darkest is at the bottom, and then medium, and then light. All right, let's keep it going. We are going to try to use complementary colors. So what do I mean by that? I mean, Miss K's favorite color is this blue-green or green-blue across from red-orange. And so I might try to use those today, or the orange and the blue. All right, but any of these colors you could use. All right, I just like this because I like an orange sunsetty sky, and sometimes I do oceans. Now you can do the two close to it, like shades of orange and shades of blue. So don't feel like you're bound by just those two colors, but we're going to use those two colors. And with watercolor, we are going to not use opacity. I think I'm saying it right. The condition of lacking transparency or translucent or opaqueness. We are going to use, and here you can see this is like a transparent piece of tape. We can see the car fully. Translucent just means we can see it under there, but there's something there. And then if it's opaque kind of paint, you can't see through it. So I'm saying we are going to use watercolor paint where we can see through it. All right. There's another thing that we could be doing besides the white oil pastel or white crayon, and that's using tape. And as you can see, this little picture here will help you to, hold on. Literally, you just pull it off and you have a nice, so where this yellow tape is, I wish they wouldn't have done the same in yellow. They ripped it off and it stays white. And sun, sometimes when you squint and look at the world around you or pictures, you will see the sun is indeed white in some pictures because it's so bright. All right, so we're not going to watch that. I will have that there for you. I just want to draw for you. Again, media, which means another word for art supplies. Okay, another word, not work. Let me fix that right now. Oh, it's not going to let me, so we'll just go. Another word for art supplies can be oil pastel, watercolor pastel. You can use chalk, as this looks like it's made with chalk, or pencil if you don't have anything else, but you will be asked to use lots of shades. And again, here's some shades of blues and greens, and here's some shades. So I don't want you to think you're bound by one color. So I'm going to be paying attention to this video right here. All right. And just take a look. I love the sound of this. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is adding water to the whole thing. Now this is high quality watercolor paper, and then they're just going back and forth to create the sunset. All right. Now if you want to use different colors, I know all of us usually like to use different colors, but she keeps, or he gradually adds, she had orange and a lot of water on her paintbrush first, which will produce a light orange. And then she dipped right in there. You can't see it, but she dipped right in the orange and went straight in to get a more intense hue. And a hue is just another word for a shade. Okay? And so she is doing a really good job, or he, of